Moving forward, we move to chapter number 21, where we'll be understanding the presentation skills that are required by budding managers. Now, presentation could be with regards to either you standing up and presenting the facts on an oral platform, or it could be with the help of using PowerPoint presentations, charts, graphs, images, posters, and putting forward your point. So there are in general 6 steps that make sure that the presentation is effective in the best possible way. So the very first is setting up of an objective. Setting up of an objective is basically you know as to why you are presenting. Is it that you have to pitch the sales to the client or pitch a project to the client, or you're making a presentation because you want customers to invest in your product or customers to buy your product, or are you making a presentation in front of your board of members with regards to whatever has been your last year's turnover? So you set up an objective for this. Once you set up the objective for it, you plan the presentation. So what is the way via which I'm going to present? As I said, are you going to use a PowerPoint presentation? Are you going to use just your body language, your gestures, articulation of words and make an impact? Are you going to use posters? Are you going to distribute hard copies first of the matter that you're going to present and then you're going to speak upon it? Or is it just going to be plain meeting kind of presentations where you already have figures given to your board of members, and then you go over explaining why there is sales, why there is hiking sales, or why there is decline in terms of sales, why the profits are high and profits are low. Once you decide on the presentation method, then you move forward to collecting and gathering the necessary information or material for your presentation. So once you have that in place, either probably if there are reports, so from your sales team, from your accounts team, from your finance team, or if it's with regards to you telling the students by and large that why they should conserve water. Getting in facts and figures as to where the water goes waste, how it can be stopped, how it can be avoided. So that's where you gather all the necessary information for your presentation. Once you have gathered all this necessary information, then once you have gathered all the necessary information, you start rehearsing or practicing. You made all the necessary arrangements with your PPT, you made your slides. So you just practice. Okay, within the first 5 minutes of my time given to me, I'm going to talk about the introduction phase. I'm going to introduce people. Then I'm going to talk about the company. Then I'm going to talk about this, and overall, my presentation should be over in 40 minutes flat time, if a certain timeline is given to me. If not, what is the minimum amount of time I would require to finish my presentation so that I don't bore the audience? Once that is done, you should practice. After you do the practice, you should get the right kind of feedback. You should encourage feedback. You should make your, if it is possible, get your parents to listen to it, your family members to listen to it. If not, if it's an organizational level, so make your team members listen to your conversation, your presentation, and then encourage feedback where they felt you went wrong, or where you should put more emphasis, or if this particular slide needs any certain changes. Once that's taken into consideration, then apply those changes and make sure that you live up to the right kind of presentations. So presentation skills, this is overall what you're going to understand in this particular chapter. With this, we end the chapter and we move forward to the next chapter. Let's brush up on some of the grammar rules that we keep forgetting time in, time out, whether we are having a conversation in English or whether we have an explanation. Right? So we quickly go through few parts of speech, components of grammar. The starting one with noun. So nouns basically are naming words, things that have got a specific name to it, whether it is a name of a person, name of a place, an animal, a certain thing. Okay, so when we talk of things, it could be common noun. When we talk of name, place, animal, they are basically proper noun. So you giving names to these words is nothing but as nouns. Add on to it, we have the pronouns. You can't keep repeating the noun in and out of all your sentences, whether it is when you're talking or whether it is when you're writing. So, for example, if we say Jihan is a boy, Jihan likes to play cricket, Jihan does his homework on time, we can't keep saying Jihan, being a noun constantly. Sounds weird, at the same time, if you read it, reads also weird. So, we use the pronouns, they are the words that are used in place of not. So, Jihan is a boy, he likes to read, he also is good with maths, his friends enjoy his company. So, using pronouns. Then we move to understanding what is preposition. So, preposition is where the noun or pronoun is given certain relationship with regards to a certain position. So, the words that describe the relationship between the noun, pronoun and a position that he or she is in. So, for example, Jihan is a boy and he is sitting inside the room. So, inside. He is sitting there inside the room. It's raining since morning. Since when it's raining, like it's raining and it is from morning that's happening days. So since it's raining. So words that show us the relation. Then we understand the concept of conjunctions. Conjunctions are nothing but joining words. So what basically are joining words? Sentences. There are two sentences. Jihan is a boy. Jihan is studying. So words that join these two sentences without changing the actual meaning of it. Jihan is a boy and he is studying currently. Okay, or this and this. So the words join together and without changing the meaning. When we talk of nouns and pronouns, we also talk of articles. That is, words that give a definition to a certain object, place, thing, to give more emphasis to that fact. So, a and the are the three articles that we commonly use to define a certain action or define a certain noun, pronoun. When we talk of something specific, we use the article the, the, the or the pronunciation for it. So, the Himalayan ranges, the Great Britain, the world is just one, right? So, it's specific to it. Whereas if you talk of something which is in general, she is a girl, a boy, there are so many words, there are so many chairs, so many tables. So you use a or you use an or an as in a and. Now and basically is used to highlight something generic, but with regards to the fact that if those words start with vowels, that is a, e, I, o, u, and if the generic thing starts with consonants, then we use the word a, the article a. So whenever we are talking about something, a and the to specify to give more importance to the nouns. Difference between a and because they are used apparently for specific things is things will start with vowels a, e, I, o, u. But if the pronunciation of these vowels do not give you the right kind of meaning, then you use the generic consonant that is a. For example, he is an honest man. Now, honest as a word starts with the letter H, so we would feel that it's a consonant. That's why we should say he is a honest man. But because the pronunciation for the word honest is O, H is basically silent and pronounced as honest man. That is why we write he is an honest man. Right? So with that, we are done with nouns, we are done with pronouns, we are done with articles, prepositions, conjunctions. Most important that we always forget is the active and passive voice. Active voice is basically focusing on the action that is being doing, that is the doer is doing right now. So I'm really upset with your behavior. And passive is with regards to an action that's already done and thought about. So for example, your actions disappointed. I was, once I do say that, or we can put it in other ways. Ram ate mangoes. So right now he is eating, or Ram is eating mangoes. Okay? So that is active work. It's happening, the doing work. Whereas passive perspective, we say that the mangoes were eaten by Ram. In a past tense format also, and we are laying emphasis on an object that's in the past. So these mangoes were eaten by Ram. Right? So that's how we define the active and passive voice. Last, not the least, not to forget, the spell check, especially when we are writing either emails or whether we are writing essays. And there we understand or we just brush through the concept of homonyms, homographs, and homonyms. So we talk of spell checks and how you can ensure that you do not mix up, jumble up the words. So here and here, I can hear you and I'm pressing here, H-E-R. I and I as in the letter I and E-Y-E-I. So not mixing up these words when you're writing sentences or missing out on double letter words. Like say for example, commission. So commission has double S in it. Not to forget that single S will spoil the whole spelling. So whenever we are talking of grammar, all these things, nouns, pronouns, the preposition, conjunctions, active passive voice, and spell check need to be in sync so that your conversational language, English, or abbreviating language is appropriate, is clear, and there ain't any miscommunication for this. With this, we wind up this object communication one. All the best.